Hello, this is Laura from Tucson, Arizona and the Yarn Closet. I am having a quick Fix It Friday video. You can find me at the Yarn Closet over on Patreon where I do a blog, and I think I'm getting drusen today. It's where these little bits pop up in your eyesight. Anyway, I do a blog over on Patreon. You can follow it for free. Join Patreon and you can follow people for free. You'd be surprised the blogs, the amount of content that some people post. I'm trying to get more active. Life gets in the way quite often. You can reach me at the Yarn Closet at yahoo.com. Let me focus, let me think, let my brain engage. The lighting's a little bit, I'm sitting in a different spot. The lighting's a little wonk today. Yes, I did just post the hat machine up for sale again. It's a hat machine. Before we do the fix-its, I want to make this clear because I've had a lot of interest. Okay, here is a 90 stitch tube to make hats. Here is a 64 stitch tube to make a sock. Do you see the difference? So, do you see the difference? This is a hat size tube, not a sock size tube. So it makes these. It also makes a 60 stitch version for kids. You can also get slightly thicker yarn through the 60 stitch version. This really is, sock machines are designed for fingering weight yarn, unless you use the much smaller gauges. So the hat machine is also designed for fingering weight yarn. So if you like sockhead hats, if you like to do donation stuff, it's a great thing. One of the things that I also do is I'll figure out my length and then I will push the green side into this brown side, so it'll be 2 layers if I want it thicker. And then I just tack down at the top through both layers. So it's actually reversible. You're slightly more limited on what happens here for the brim when you do that. Now, some crazy fancy people might be able to do it differently than I've managed to figure out the construction. Because you could just put one tube inside the other tube and then do a gathered end for both, for the head, and then weave in needles over here and do some kind of ribbing. You can definitely do a folded brim, although it tends to be a little bit thicker. I just do it long enough that people can fold it themselves and have that contrasting color pop out. Yeah, I got a bonk. I've been playing with the Band-Aids. Hopefully it'll be fixed after this holiday. But anyway, that's what you get. Contact me if you're interested. Okay, I'm podcasting. So today's Fix It Friday. We're going to do a quick little chat about Fix It Friday. Are you leaving?
I'm in the shower.
Okay. So, does anyone remember this shawl that was so beautiful with the blue, light blue?
More chocolate milk, please.
When I'm done podcasting.
Okay.
Okay. Well, when I put it in the dryer for, honest to God, people, 10 minutes, air only, couple of blankets, or not blankets, towels in there. The light blue end had alpaca. It was an alpaca mix, and it felted to beat all heck. I still have it. So I'll insert some pictures, but see, it felted to beat all heck. But the funny thing is, when I cut it off, I mean, I couldn't throw it away, people. I couldn't throw it away. I might be able to do something with it. You never know. I have small people in my life. I'm thinking it could go and become a poncho. But anyway, I went ahead and found a couple of rolls of this bamboo silk from Patton's that I had. And I've already put on one whole skein cake, whatever. I only have this other one left, so I'm thinking I'm only gonna get a couple more rows out of it, so it's gonna be much smaller than it was before. But it's drapey, and since, I live in Tucson, I think being smaller, it'll be easier to just, I don't know. I don't know, people, I don't know. We make, we create, and we hope that it's what we give out is loved, we hope. But don't be afraid to take stuff apart, even in crochet, and redo it. I mean, really, I keep almost all the stuff that I'm not thoroughly in love with, and eventually I fix it. So then the other things on the list for Fix It Friday, I have 2 sock tubes of this Cloudborne Highland Superwash Sock Twist in Lavender Heather. I got a lot of stuff off Craftsy because their yarn prices were so good back when I really started knitting. Yeah, please.
Cheetos.
Cheetos are wonderful,
yeah.
but don't get them on the yarn. But now I've heard in a few different venues some commentary on Blueprint, how they're trying to possibly keep their yarn prices down in competition of local yarn shops. I don't know. But I like the color, and what I'm planning to do is just a gathered toe. And then I'm gonna rip it back a ways, do maybe some ribbing, or maybe I'm just gonna stick my needles in here, rip it back, and bind it off. Because one of the pairs of socks that I love is a pair that I didn't even finish. I took down about 8 rows here. Please wait, or you're not gonna get more snack.
Okay.
If you interrupt this podcast again, you won't get more snack.
Okay.
I only took the toe down just a few rows, maybe, and I didn't put a heel in. And honestly, because of that, I wear it at different places, wear to thinness, but they're just so easy to pull on and pull off and not worry about it. And I need to get some socks into rotation because hopefully it'll cool down in October. So I'm gonna at least get this pair done today. And they have to be longer if there's no heel. Now, some people do that on purpose for kids' socks. They'll do longer ribbing at the top, no heel, and a very squared off short toe, because you can use that sock longer for them. It usually fits longer. Some people do the whole sock ribbed, like ribbed up here, then the top ribbed, and it helps to the longevity of the sock, but that's only if they're wearing it like with shoes and they're not going to wear through it as fast. Because I find I wear through these so super fast. That's why I'm hoping these skeins that are Highland seem a little bit thicker, so I'm just hoping that helps. Oh, I have one other pair that, oops, I snagged the needle. One other pair that needs the toes Kitchenered. So I will do that today. And then I'll see if they're long enough to get away without doing toes, or heels, but I don't think so. I think I'm gonna have to put some kind of heel in there. And I do have a couple of hat tubes that I have to finish off. This one, I just wove in the needles. So there's a number of projects I'm gonna try to work through. And now over this long weekend, my husband's gonna go out in the RV with his brother. And so, how did this happen? it'll be just me and the kids. So I'll maybe have more time to finish off some of this stuff. And you know what? It's okay to fast finish things at times if that means it gets out and used in the world, because I really believe in that. I don't believe in having like your wedding dishes up in a cupboard. I believe in using stuff. And that's part of the hat machine. I don't use it as much. I have far more hat tubes sitting around than sock tubes. So hopefully somebody else will love it and want it, and that would be wonderful. Have a great holiday weekend. Be safe and look with your heart first. Fix It Friday. What can you fix today?